Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a progressive house drop from the beginning on without showing anything pre-made and just doing it alone. So first you want to begin by setting the BPM to 128. That's the basic BPM for like progressive house and such. I know there's songs at like 125 BPM and it ranges all the way up to 130. Yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, I always start off my tracks with writing the lead melody. So let's get one done. I think I have a nice one in my head already. Nope. I have to fix that. Bro. Yeah, E. Yeah, E is good. Okay, I think I got one. Like this. Hang on. Let's play from the beginning. Yeah, that's nice, but I'd like to add like a second half with it being slightly different. How would I achieve that difference? That difference I'd achieve by moving the B up to a C. So it would sound like. Yeah, that's good. Let's have a listen to this melody from the beginning on. I want to change some more. Hang on. Okay, I think I got one. That sounds very much beautiful. Yeah, that's nice. Let's get a chord progression down. I always tend to start off with bass notes. I hope this one's good. Gosh, I'm an idiot. I was supposed to do it like this, in fact. I think. I hope this was still gonna sound decent. Very much. It sounds beautiful, in fact. Wow. Nice, nice. Let's copy paste that over. Place this here. And I guess let's have the chords written. Don't worry, I put the bass notes in my clipboard, so I can just... Here they are. And now I just put them down and paste them until I get a proper... until I get something that sounds decent. That's all I do pretty much all the time. Nope, not the right key. Ew. That sounds good though. Quite like that. Ew. Not sure. I think I should move the last note here. Okay, I got one down. Sounds like this. And with the melody. So yeah, what I like to do afterwards is chop this up to match like the rhythm of the leads, and it just feels a little nicer if it's done that way and not just lazily quick chopped or something like that. Now I like to get that groove down with just doing it here with like a random note and just kind of pre-doing it. So yeah, like this. Yeah, that's about right. So let's just apply that for every single note over here. So it gets a groove done. Yeah, nice. Time for the E. Yeah. Now the A. Now the D. Now this D. Pause for a second. Oh boy. There's B. E. This A and this A. This E also. This B. And these E's. What? Oh, I'm such an idiot. And yeah, now I just select this half, remove everything here, and paste both in. Yeah, like that. It sounds like this. Now that we got that done, I just put this here, crank down the volume of this channel and increase the volume of the master. And on the master, I put an EQ to cut off some frequencies we do not hear, and apply a Maximus. And I always select the tape limiter preset, so the volume doesn't exceed 0 decibels, and it just gets kind of noisy. So yeah, let's move on to making the sound designing the chords. And for that I use Vital, and I've made these myself, but I don't need all of them. Yeah, this is for the chord synth thingy. It sounds like this. Yeah. Afterwards, I put in a harmless lead. Not lead. Just direct. regular harmless synth sound and decrease the volume of it so it doesn't drown out everything. Make sure you save your track, by the way. And yeah. Something's feeling off about these. I'm sure it's because they're so deep. Am I so stupid that I legit just pitched them to the F sharp and not the C sharp? Wow, wow, wow. That hurts. And I pitch these down to A. And this also to the same note. Yeah. Same here with these. I rarely ever add this one in for some reason, though it sounds nice. Yup. And together. God, I'm getting nostalgia trips already. Whoa, wow. Anyway, sub bass time. I boost the volume of the sub bass also. Same with the mid bass, by the way. This one a little more because the mid bass has a lot of this. It's gonna have quite a few of like emphasization with like loudness and stuff. And yeah, this one's gonna be for the leads and kicks. So yeah, this one for the clap loop. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Anyways, let's now do the sub bass, and for that I use a flex preset, this one. And for the sub bass, I take the lower, like the bass notes from the chords, and paste them over into a new layer. And I pitch these up also. Yeah. Then 2 EQs. Just so it sits nicer in the mix. And that's all I put on the sub bass. This to boost it a little bit, and this one to get rid of some droniness. And it really does just sub. And in combination with everything we've done so far, nice. And the second one is once again from GMS, obviously, and it's the grungy TA bass. Shut up. And yeah, for this one, for the mixing, I, as always, insert a growth beat for the sidechain. Who would have thought about that? And multiple EQs. Once again, a low and high cut. And this EQ to bump up like the highs a little more. And this one to bump up the mids a little more. Like the mid, upper mid range. Now I then insert a stereo enhancer once again for more width. the effector for like a bit of a for like the talk boxy sound, is like you're used to hearing nowadays a lot. Then Blood Overdrive. And I always inserted wave shapers were for even more grit. And that is because of the lead sounds I put in this as well. If I was working with full-on stock plugins, I wouldn't. But the leads are not made with stock plugins entirely. And together, this sounds like this. I'm afraid I actually have to pitch all of them down. Yeah, that's good though now. That's good now. And afterwards we do the leads. And for that, we once again open up Vital. This lead sound I once again made with a tutorial, but I put everything in myself into the oscillators and stuff. Just here. 8 voices of unison, 11 voices of unison, level 0 pitch, level 12 pitch on the second one. I turned off white noise because on my first songs I had it on, but it was quite noisy. It sounds... sounds like that. That's just like, you know. Afterwards I use another one, Stunning, if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. And same, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, and one more from Harmless this time. And it's that Pluck Angel thingy. I think it's also from Old Bait. I have to check. Yep, it's from Old Bait also. Right, nice. So yeah, I also inserted the same way here. How do I mix them now? Well, I once again apply a grow speed, obviously. The difference between this one and the others is the fact that this sidechain doesn't reach as far in and doesn't duck as much. Another EQ. Once again, the low cut. Another one. This one is to bump up the lower mids and upper mids a little. And click on Link to Controller. And Fruity Peak Controller Peak. And then accept. That's what you do. And together these sound like this. Now let's do the drums for this track. Actually, I forgot something. What did I? Yeah, I did. And what have I forgot? And together they sound like this within the mix. A little bit more frequencies there because it sounded a little bit harsh. Still. Now I add in the drums. Afterwards I add in a clap loop. That. And come on. And some top loop from another pack. Cut off this. And this again. I want to keep that blank, basically. And another one. This one. And that one should kick in the middle of the track. to keep things interesting. More interesting than the video you're currently watching. Afterwards, I add in another clap loop that sounds like this. Once again, for variation. I used to lay a tone below that, but it didn't sound too good, because it just distorted. As you might have just heard from those few seconds, this sounds very rough. And that's because the kicks don't stand out and the claps are very loud. So to make the kick stand out, I once again use one more EQ to make it punchier. Not like sub heavy or anything like that. It looks like that. And on the clap EQ, we put in another low high cut. And then we obviously put them all over here. Should sound better now. Okay, so the issue was that the leads were way too fucking loud. Oh, but okay. Is the master? Wow, I'm quite an idiot right there because I totally forgot to adjust the master volume. That always sounds quite nice, don't get me wrong, but it needs energy to it. It totally does. And an ARP I just saw. Wow. And the ARP I just add by taking the chord progression, all the chords, and use the arpeggiate setting. Then I remove this, put in a harmless synth. Once again, the pluck angel from the leads, and decrease pluck, and put it also to the chords. What the hell has happened now? What? I'm sorry, I just paused the clip right there because my cat wanted to leave. Why is it not? Why don't I hear a thing? This works. Okay, so I think my harmless broke for some reason. But anyways, let's now move on to the fills, like the drum fills, to keep things a little interesting. So I always put in the drum fills every 8th kick or every second bar. This one first. I don't know why that just played twice, but okay. This one. Why does it play twice? What? And this one. This one. Shortly before like that little blank section hits. And on this one I bump up the volume, so it sticks out. And on those, in this blank space, I put in another drum fill, sounding like this. And now we copy paste that to the other half of like, yeah, the drop. And after that, I always prefer to bump up the volume of all of them, so it just sticks out more. And I just put in here and bump the volume until it sticks out more. No, not that way though. And that step is downlifters, sound effects. So I'll once again pick some from music from the Lost Volume 2 and shorten them up. for them to play. What's this one? There it is. Better, but too loud in that department. We decrease the volume of all of them, so it doesn't drown everything. Have to decrease the kick volume so it sounds a little bit better, but I'm still missing something. Yeah, an extra clap I guess I can still put. Yeah, let's put an extra clap in. So yeah, one thing I still do prior is the build up, and for that the low pass, oh my gosh, the low pass filter from the beginning is important. Same with the balance. And I just use the mix level of it. Click on create automation clip. And here I increase this. Like that. It's just playing around with the volume to make room for like the drum fill. I'm also gonna put in as well. That's not straight at all. Yeah, good. Okay, that was actually a decent idea to have it like that, so it kind of teases the melody already during the build-up. It sounds. Oh, I can't speak. So yeah, I'll put in some build-up loops, but this still needs atmosphere to it. So I'm gonna put these here also. At least we got atmosphere, but I still ain't happy because I still want to play around with the automation a little. And for that, then I cut into the mix again. Hang on, that was too early there. Then I'm gonna cut into the automation clip here and here. This one I remove. And you repeat the same for the others. Now, if I was just gonna do it like that, showing you uncut, it would take way too long. So, with the magic of editing, I have the automation clips done now already. And I'm gonna add a final synth to this one, to the build. Also, once again, another harmless synth. Crank up the volume of this one because it's in the quads and the quads are quieter. Paste this over. I have no idea why this is the way it is, bro. Doesn't even play there. In it works. It pisses me off. What is this? What? That's weird. Please fix this. But yeah, anyways, there should be an extra synth that just kind of plays in the background also. Now, so the drop has a little bit more impact. I remove the... oh, not here. I remove the last bit. And now I also remove this so like the drop has more impact. And now that is done. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. But make sure to stay for the final result.